Hey folks, Cornell with YouTube Fishing Vids, back at it up at this Highland Reservoir, this beautiful mountain lake in Maryland that I love so much. My favorite getaway. I'm going to continue to come back up to this lake as long as the weather permits, and as long as my man Austin in the house again is willing to join me, because it's a great time with the kids, great time with my son up here catching everything that swims. So we are very excited because the weather's again perfect. The water temperatures are now 54 degrees. So last time I was out here it was 58 degrees. The water temperatures keep dropping. It's calm now, but the wind usually picks up, so we're very excited to catch every species that swims in this lake. Main focus, walleye, because we're going to probably try and do a little something special with it if we do catch one, but smallmouth all over the place, and anything else that bites is just going to be well received. So thanks for joining us. Let's see what we can catch today. All right, the first place I'm going to attack is right at the end of this bluff wall. Great little point, a great little shade line, and an ever so slight breath of wind. So I'm gonna have Austin attack that area with a Ned rig first, and let him see if he can catch the first fish of the day. We'll hit it a couple times with a jerk bait and see what happens. Oh, there we go, Austin. Got one right on the point. Oh, he feels like a good one, Austin. That feels like a good one. Threw a few times over here and nothing. Austin threw his Ned rig and nothing, but the point finally produced. A nice little smallie to start the day, right, Austin? Isn't that great? Even, oh, he gets off. Even in the calm water, I got myself a jerkbait bite. He was decent. He was a nice little way to start the day. Austin and I just saw a really good one, 2.5 pounder maybe, just swimming right on the shoreline, which is exactly why we're throwing baits right up on the bank, because man, with these water temperatures, they're definitely up shallow. So keep on casting, Austin. We obviously got some fish here. That shoreline's gonna be good too, I think, with the sun on it. There's probably a bunch of fish on it right now. Oh my gosh, what a bite. Austin, this is a big one. And I don't think it's, I swear guys, I don't think this is a smallie. This feels like a wide kicking walleye. And if it is, it feels like a decent one. We're trying for 15 inches on these walleye, and it is, no, it's a good smallie, Austin. Wow, a digger. Look at this one, Austin. First cast on this side with my jerkbait, and there's another one with him, another good one with him. This is a chunky fish, guys. Awesome, look at this. Great first fish. Great first fish of the day. Awesome, what do you think of that one? Fatty? So cool, right? Well, there we go, guys. Check that beautiful Northern Lights jerkbait. Crushed it. Great way to start the day. Get one? Get one? Yep. Nice job, dude. Austin's got one. First fish of Austin's day. Nicely done, brother. Let's see what you got. Feel big? Is it decent? Yeah, it's a nice one. What is that? Oh, it's a small. No, it's a rock bass. A big rock bass, Austin. Nice, second species of the day on a Ned rig. Austin got himself a nice rock bass. That's a beauty. That's almost big enough to eat. We're not going to keep any rock bass unless they're really big. But good job, Austin. Way to get that. That's not your first rock bass ever, but that's your first rock bass off the boat, right? Good stuff. Good job, man. Oh, there's a big, oh my gosh, Austin. Austin, I'm telling you right now, this is a giant fish. Guys, I am telling you right now, I don't know what I hooked, but it is huge. I mean, this is like the biggest fish I have ever hooked in this lake. I don't know, unless it's, I'm gonna apologize in advance, but it's hooked in the side. It was absolutely enormous what it felt like, and it looks like a decent walleye, but you'll see why I thought it was so big, because it was coming in sideways. And there's our walleye. Gosh, I thought that was absolutely as giant a fish you could ever catch out of a lake. It was huge, but let's see how it's hooked. It's hooked so much on the side that it had so much drag on it. It was insane. But yeah, got myself a walleye. It was only the second cast. I came out on this big flat. We're hoping to get walleye, but I just don't think this one's gonna make it, but at least we know where some are. Let's give this a little measurement. Let's see what we got, Austin. I don't think we got a 15-incher. Yep, that's about 14, maybe about 13 and a half right there, but there's our first walleye of the day, third species. That was the hardest sideways. Oh, there he is. That's another one, guys. That was another one. This one feels decent. If it's in the side, it's why it's pulling. But man, if this is not on the side, it feels like another good one. It feels like another good fish. Austin, what do you think it is? What do you think? Another walleye? Yep, it looks like another walleye. This one's in the mouth. This one's in the mouth. They fight so well on these jerk baits, but again, it's just a little bigger, but again, just not a keeper. But we're definitely into the walleye, which is really, truly the mission, because we love to eat these walleye. They are so delicious. And just drag it towards you a little bit, not sideways. Oh, there he is, right by the boat, guys, right by the boat. Austin's doing his Ned rig thing, and there's another walleye. Jeez, look at that one. Is that another? Gosh, he's fatter. He's got more meat on him. But man, the walleye are destroying this jerkbait. It's awesome. That's 3 in like barely a dozen casts. That is so cool. Man, we're getting close, man. We're getting close, guys. Getting close to that 15-incher. Get one? Nice job, Austin. You didn't tell me. Austin's back here killing a nice walleye on a Ned rig. Good job, buddy. Let's see if that's a keeper. Ned rig walleye, and it's a nice one, Austin. That was your first cast back there. Way to go. You didn't even tell me you got a bite. I'm so proud of you. Way to go. I know you were trying to surprise me. I heard you, and I looked over and saw his rod bent over. It's not a keeper, but there's Austin's first walleye on a Ned rig. Very good job, man. I'm proud of you.
Walleye alone.
First ever walleye by yourself. Dude, that is a special fish. Good job, man. I'm psyched for you. All right, let's put it back. Let's see if we can get a bigger one. The second it hit the bottom, Austin. Guys, I just tied on a 1/4 ounce itty bitty little steel shad blade bait, and this bait didn't even hit the bottom, and something decent whacked it. I don't know what we got here. Wow, a nice smallie on a blade bait in 56-degree water. Unbelievable. He ate it on the fall. I mean, the second I turned it over to feel the bait, he was there, and it's a good one. It's the nicest one of the day. We haven't caught a lot. Look at that. Austin, can you believe that? First switch up, and there it is. Beautiful smallie, guys. Check that thing out, man. Probably should have netted that thing. These steel shad have the tiniest itty bitty little hooks on it, but look at that bait. Isn't that absolutely incredible? I mean, literally the first cast, just tied it on, tossed it out there, sank on the fall, bang, he's in the boat. Cool, cool, cool. Blade baits are not for the coldest water, guys. They catch everything all the time, and there's a beauty. Dude, that thing hit the bottom and it was already hooked. That fish was already hooked up before it even hit the bottom, dude. Can you believe that? All right, it's cast number 2 on it. You think we can get one back-to-back casts, Austin? I'm watching the line sink. Guys, this little 1/4 ounce blade bait is on a little medium light action, old school Shimano Crucial rod that I got here. I got 8-pound test braid. I've got a 6-pound test leader. The same rod I've been using my little Castmaster 1/8 ounce little silver spoon that I use vertically. Here it's kind of the same concept, but I got a little more of a horizontal presentation. I'm just coming uphill right now, throwing into like 38 feet of water, and I'm literally right on the bank. So yeah, that smallie was waiting for it, that's for sure. And now we're hopping. Now we're just doing little hops off the bottom, coming uphill, hoping to catch anything that swims. And my goal was to try and find that keeper walleye out a little deep, but sure enough, the smallie wanted to play. They eat those tiny little bait fish, Austin, and we saw them chasing on the shoreline. That's what's going on, dude. That's the size bait that they like, and that's what he saw fluttering down. Oh, there he is. Back-to-back cast, guys. Another nice fish. Wow. On the blade bait. That's outrageous. They were barely touching the drop shot. They had a few good whacks on the Ned rig, but man, back-to-back cast with the blade bait, I may have figured it out. And again, I don't know what it is, but that's what's so cool about these blade baits. It looks like it's a, look at that, back-to-back casts, 1 walleye and 1 smallie. Not a big one, but again, another fish. Oh, he's in the boat. These hooks are really small. But can you believe that, guys? Back-to-back casts, 2 species, blade bait, 56-degree water. Too cool. 14 inches. Dude, it was so crazy. Oh, there he is. Oh my God, another leaf, I think. I think I just, oh, what the heck? No, that's a fish, guys. That's an absolute fish. Insane. 5th cast. Yeah, you're gonna oh my gosh, Austin, what is that? Is that a big smallie? Wow, that is a big fish. That one was swimming at me. I had no idea how decent a fish this really was, Austin. Look at that thing. Awesome, man. That's the 2nd beautiful smallmouth on the blade bait, and the 3rd fish in 5 casts. Austin, we are changing up. We are putting you on a blade bait bite. Too cool, right? Game on, brother. You do your thing, man. Nothing to be catching. Cast it straight out there and watch it sink, just like the Ned rig, but instead of dragging it and little shakes, you're gonna pop it off the bottom, reel. Pop it off the bottom, reel. Austin's first try at a blade bait. Just let it sink. You're good. I'm gonna tie another one on the other rod, okay? Now it's on the bottom. So you click it and just reel it up and lift. Just pop. Oh, you got one already. Unbelievable, man. It hits the bottom and you did nothing and he's on. Guys, he's totally on with this blade bait. This is insane. It ate it, literally ate it on the fall, I'm sure. Just like my first one. And now Austin's on his first blade bait fish ever. Let me see, go real slow. I want to see what you got. You got a walleye. Unreal, dude. You got your 2nd walleye. Ate it on the fall. Oh, and it gets off. It wasn't a keeper, but Austin, what do you think of the blade bait? Sick, right? Throw it back out there, do it again. All right, I have rigged up my little blade bait. Austin's behind me with his, and now we've got ourselves a little pattern here. They are definitely chasing bait fish. All right, don't cast again because the wind right now is picking up, and the wind makes it a little harder to fish this kind of bait. Oh, on the way up, Austin, on the way up. They're eating it on the way up. I was just reeling in. Why don't you just throw it out there and let it sink and then reel it slowly back to the boat and see what happens. Guys, I just got one literally pulling it in, and they're eating it on the run. Crazy. It's sunk down enough. Watch, I'm gonna go like this. I'm gonna go like this, Austin. Reel, 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 stop. Reel, 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 stop. Reel, 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 stop. Reel, 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 stop. Just like that. Stop and go. Let's just see if they eat it like that, because they're suspended and they might love it like this. You know what I mean? If I get another one like that, that'd be hilarious. I think this is the way to catch the bigger walleye is probably on this, but trust me, big old walleye eat the heck out of that thing. Did you get one? I thought I saw your rod get heavy. Yes? Yes, you did. I told you. Guys, we're doing casting and retrieving. Oh, is it big, Austin? Austin, is it big? Do we need a net? We might need a net for Austin. He seems like he's got something decent. Whoa, it's pulling really hard. Decent walleye. You know what, I'm gonna net it anyway. Oh, it's a decent walleye, Austin. Wow, that's awesome. Austin, we will measure that one. Austin got a walleye on the run, casting and retrieving the blade bait. This is absolutely ridiculous. So cool, man. Good job. Nice fish, guys. Look at that. That might make it. Let's see. Ooh, we got a keeper. Yeah. We got a 15-incher, guys. Nice. What do you think, Austin? Yeah. Should we do it? We might have something going on here, guys. Hang tight. All right, here's the deal. We have parked the Pelican. We have climbed the bank. We are on the shoreline. It's time for shore lunch. And guys, this day was a plan. We had a plan to get out here, and our goal was to catch a walleye, a keeper walleye, and of all things and of all people to catch it was walleye killer right here, Austin. Austin has caught his first walleye today and now his first keeper walleye. At 9 years old, he's just recently seen my blackened fish sandwich video with Michael from One Rod, One Reel Fishing. And that's all he's wanted me to do for him, because he loves the sandwich, but he's never had me cook one out here on the shore or anywhere but at home. So that's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna go ahead and get it all set up. I've got all the tools of the trade. We've got the walleye, I got the knife, cutting board, camp stove, skillet, butter, blackened seasoning. It's time to make a blackened fish sandwich, and back by popular demand. I know a lot of you folks have been waiting for this, but here we go. All right, guys, the first name of the game is to dispatch this fish humanely. We're gonna get one quick cut in the back of the head. And there we go, we're done. That fish is done. So we're gonna go ahead and get the fillets moving. And we're gonna be on our way to a blackened fish sandwich here. Austin's over there trying to give me, do a little videotaping. He's not too familiar with that there camera, but he's gonna do his best for us. And I'm gonna do my best to fillet this fish in a very awkward position. Done this quite a bit, but let's see how this turns out. Definitely not easy filleting a fish on a stump as it would be on a fillet table. I think I can manage though. Perfect amount of fish fillet, I should say, perfect amount of fillet here for 2 blackened fish sandwiches. So we are excited. Not looking too bad so far for an awkward angle, but let's get those fillets skinned. We'll be on our way, seasoning it up. Beautiful. Yep, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take them down to the, just like Austin said, I'm going to take it down to the fresh, clean mountain water after I trim it up, and we're going to get it all cleaned up after a fillet job here on this here stump. 2 beautiful fillets right there. Awesome. Okay, so we are set to go. I think I did a pretty good job for a, let's see how that looks. Can I see through it? Looks like it. There we go. Cleaned walleye, skinned. We're gonna leave that for the eagles or anything else that wants to eat it. Trim up these fillets a little bit, make sure we get out the little bones. All right, guys, went down to the super clean lake water. Check that out. Is that not a beautiful clean walleye fillet? So I got 2 perfect fillets in here we're ready to play with. So I'm gonna get the camp stove going, and that's what we got to work with. All right, we're gonna get some little extras going. I got myself some fresh tomato, Got myself some really fresh, beautiful avocado here. That's something I didn't put on the blackened fish sandwich last time I did it, but we're gonna go ahead and have a little bit of that on it, which would be absolutely awesome. We got some potato rolls. Potato rolls are absolutely awesome on blackened fish sandwiches, so that's gonna happen. This has been great. This is just a really good blackened seasoning, just Cajun's choice blackened seasoning. That's what we're gonna work on there. And yes, cheese, guys. I put cheese on my blackened fish sandwiches. This is actually Havarti cheese, super creamy, delicious cheese to go on the fish. We're gonna go ahead and get the pan ready to go. We're gonna get it all hot and fire it up here. Let's fire up this little camp stove. Instant heat. This thing is absolutely awesome. Really balanced little spot right here. There we go. Let's get that all hot. I got some butter in here, so let's get the butter moving. You don't want to burn the butter, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna get these awesome, beautiful fillets right here. Pat them down a little bit with a paper towel. Got everything ready that way. Real muddy bank here, so I'm gonna do my best to keep things clean. All right, so I'm gonna pat dry these here fillets. Keep these as clean as possible. Beautiful. All right, cool. Now it's time to get these things seasoned up. I'm gonna give them a dusting, like so. This seasoning is not too overpowering, so what may seem like a lot is actually not a lot. Some are really strong. You gotta be careful and get too much seasoning on a little piece of fillet. It's not ideal. Austin, you excited, dude? I know you've been wanting this for a long time, so that's it, guys. Just some really easy dusted walleye fillets, looking good. Check that out, pretty awesome, right? I'm gonna get the butter hot, get my little spatula ready. Austin, are you hungry? Cool, me too. Thanks for catching that walleye, bud. That's awesome. All right, this skillet should be way hot right now, so we're just gonna go ahead and get the butter going. All right, butter is going in. Pan's not too terribly hot. It's not quite bubbling over yet, but we're gonna go about like so on the butter. More the merrier. Butter is flavor. All right, that's looking good. Let's get that heated up for a couple seconds. All right, let me crank the heat up a little bit. Hotter the better when it comes to a blackened fish sandwich. So that thing's really getting hot. You can hear it flaming up. Once I see that butter starts to smoke a little bit, we're gonna put those fillets right on. Cool, right? Excited, I'm so excited. I've been having all kinds of requests for this, but Austin is my prime dude here that wants this to happen. So here we go. Fillet number 1, fillet number 2. We are cooking. Oh, it smells awesome already. It doesn't take long, guys. It doesn't take long to get a blackened fish sandwich going. So we're gonna give that a few minutes on each side. Once it's flaking all the way through, we're ready to get the buns going. It smells absolutely incredible. Walleye is absolutely insane. Here we go. Side number 1 already done. Only took about 2 minutes. What I do after I cook this here fish is I'm actually use this hot pan. I'm going to toast the potato rolls I have, and toasting those potato rolls just adds that much more flavor. And man, it's going to make these fillets taste that much better. All right, I split them in half because the potato rolls that I'm using are pretty small, and each half is going to become one sandwich. So that's what I'm doing here. And I am going to put the cheese on the fish inside the skillet to get it melted. It'll take only a couple seconds to get the buns toasted. Turn that heat down just a little bit. Keep it from burning, let it cook the rest of the way through. So what I'm doing is I'm breaking up the fillet enough to just kind of make it the shape of what it's going to go on, which is the potato roll. When I put the cheese on top of this, the cheese is going to actually melt on top and actually hold those pieces of broken fillet together. It'll be good. This is this one thick piece right here. It needs a little more love when it comes to heat. So we're going to make sure we cook that all the way through, make it nice and white and flaky. We'll be on our way. All right, here comes the Havarti cheese. And this cheese, I'm telling you right now, is so delicious, so creamy, and it'll melt beautifully right on top of these fillets and kind of hold them all together. So that's what we're going to do there. All right, let's get those melting and we'll be good to go. You want a piece of cheese, Austin? No, you do. Me too. Here, why don't you eat the whole dang thing? That's for you, bud. So what I'm going to do now is take these potato rolls, move this fish off to the side just a little bit while that cheese melts. Get that bun going. So we got that getting toasted and warm. That's gonna be Austin's first sandwich. Austin, you're gonna be the one getting that one, okay? And Austin, I know you're gonna want Chick-fil-A sauce. You okay with me putting it on the sandwich?
I guess.
Okay, I'm gonna put it on the sandwich since we don't have plates, we just have paper towels. Those pieces of hearty are a little bit thicker. I've done really thin sliced provolone before. It takes like seconds to melt. This is taking just a little bit longer to melt, but once that's a little bit more melted, we're gonna put that right on the bun. Add the tomatoes, add some avocado, and we're gonna go to town. At least Austin's gonna go to town first. I'm gonna feed him his first blackened walleye sandwich on the shoreline, right? Tell me that doesn't absolutely look insane. All right, so I think it's about right. By the time I get that hot bun on there, that's gonna melt the rest of the cheese, and that's what we got, guys. Just a little bit toasted. I'm gonna do my very best to get this here filet. You got this, Austin? All right, I'm gonna do my very best to get this filet on this bun carefully without losing a morsel, because this is precious cargo right here. Look at that, guys. Absolutely beautiful. Does that look good, Austin? What do you think? All right, let's go over to the little fixins table here. Keep that other one going. I'm just going to turn the heat off because we don't want the other one to overcook. All right, Austin loves tomatoes. Austin loves his tomatoes, man. So that's what he's going to get. He's going to get a couple tomatoes. I got 1 and 2. Oh, Austin, what do you think? Avocado, my man?
Yep.
We're going to do avocado on it with 3 pieces of tomato?
Mm-hmm.
Just do it up, right? Check that thing out, guys. Awesome, right? I got these perfect slices of avocado ready to go. That worked out well. Let's put this down here. Check this out, guys. I hope you guys can see this. This is not easy, I gotta tell you. I'm prepared, but I wasn't prepared for the angles. Look at these beautiful thin slices of avocado I got to put on here. 2 awesome. Yep, there we go. That's what we're talking about. Austin, dude, my mouth is watering, dude. What do you think of that? Does that look amazing? It's Chick-fil-A sauce time. I'm gonna put it right on the bun. We don't want to overwhelm it with sauce. We don't want to get the sandwich flavor and the blackened fish seasonings overdone. So just a little bit of a little bit of Chick-fil-A sauce. That's about it, and it's done, dude. Guys, I'm telling you right now, this thing is everything when it comes to a fish sandwich. It's absolutely awesome. Whatever sauce you want, whatever seasoning you want, whatever toppings you want, goes great. Even pickles, things like that. But Austin, dude, what do you think? You ready?
Mm-hmm.
Give me that. Give me that. Give me that. Let me give you that. Let me come over here and see what it looks like when you take that first bite.
Good.
Is it awesome? I know you like that sandwich, man. That is good stuff. Let me get this angle right. I think he's happy, guys. I think my man's happy. His first shore lunch. There you go, guys. A blackened fish sandwich. I don't know how I did. I mean, this has been kind of tricky. This whole setup right here was kind of haphazard, but I had everything I needed. I'm going to go ahead and serve myself one. We're going to have a shore lunch. We're going to go back out there, see if we can catch a couple more. If we're lucky, we'll catch some more to bring home for the skillet. All right, my turn. Cheers, buddy.